Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. And this one we're going over the 500 subscriber giveaway, and I am giving away this X-Men number 221 completely for free, the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. Now, if you guys have never been here before, welcome to the channel. My name is Frank. I like to do little giveaways like this, and I also like to bring you comic book related news and comic book related speculation and the comic books that are trending and taking off in value and ones that I think you guys should be watching out for. I go over ones that I would be putting my money into, and that's just my opinion. You guys invest in whatever you think and whatever you want to be putting your money into, but this is just my guess and speculation on what I think is going to happen in the future, so you never know. But I'm also going to go over the CGC graded comics that I have on my wall. So I'm going to go over who the first appearances are and why I think that they're a good buy and why I've already invested my money into them. But first up, we're going to do this giveaway. And now remember, if you guys have won the giveaway before, I'm sorry, you cannot win again. So that's unfortunate, but I do appreciate you guys still being here and still watching the channel. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Now, you guys are going to have to be in the United States or Canada to be entered to win this giveaway. I didn't go over that last time because I had no idea that something like that would happen, but yeah. So that's one of them. And then two, you have to be a subscriber. You have to like this video and you have to comment down below who's your favorite comic book character. I want to know what comic book characters you guys like. Who's your favorite? My personal favorite is the Punisher. That's my favorite comic book character. But yeah, that's all you guys have to do. And in 1 week from today, today is Monday, April 11th. So in 1 week, April 18th is when this giveaway ends. And I will do a random comment generator again and take a video of that. And that's how it's going to select the video. Now, remember, you only comment one time. That's it to be entered in the giveaway. And that's it. It's completely free. Now, let's go over the CGC graded comics that I have on the wall. First up, we got All-Star Comics number 58. And this is the first appearance of Power Girl. Now, I think this is a great issue because we really haven't seen Power Girl yet in a DC movie. However, I don't know if we ever will, but DC tends to put out a lot of different characters and they're working on a lot of different projects. So this could be one worth looking into. This is a 7.5 and it's a pretty early issue. I forgot what year it is. It's 1976. So that's pretty good. This is just a cool comic. I actually got it in a package deal with two other comics. So this was one that I wasn't really looking for, but I just happened upon it and I got it for a decent price for what it was going for at the time. Next up, we got Captain Marvel number 29. This is the first appearance of Soy-San, who is the mother of Thanos and Eros. Now, I am heavily speculating on this comic. I think this is a great pickup. I think that we could see Soy-San, and I think that, you know, Thanos and Eros are brothers. So I have a strong feeling like we could see their parents, and that's how they really explain how they're brothers. Like, you can't have brothers without having parents, and this is one part of that. Soy-San. And we'll see if we actually do see her or if they just talk about her. But I have a feeling like Soy-San could be in an upcoming Marvel project. But again, only time will tell. And this comic really isn't that expensive right now, but there's not a lot of graded ones on the CGC consensus. So that tells me this could be a good one to own. And even if she doesn't come, it's just a great comic and it's really not that expensive. I really didn't pay that much for this. I paid right around $100. So there's huge potential for that. And it's something that I'm just going to hold on to for a while and see what happens. Hopefully she comes, but you never know. Now, this is a great comic to own. This is Miss Marvel number 18. This is the first full appearance of Mystique. And if you're going to be investing in Mystique, I think that this is the issue to do it. Usually when you look up to see Mystique, this is the comic that usually comes up. This is a great issue. Mystique is a great character, so I think that that's a great investment. I think the X-Men are coming soon. It was announced today that Michael Waldron, he's going to be the writer for the MCU's X-Men. So that's huge. They have a writer attached to the X-Men. But it remains to be seen if it's going to be a movie or if it's going to be a series, because this writer also worked on the Loki series and he worked on Doctor Strange 2, the Multiverse of Madness. So who knows which way they're going to really go with that. That'll be really interesting to see. And another great X-Men first appearance, we have the first appearance of Sabretooth. We have an Iron Fist number 14 and a 3.0. Now, I got this one, that Miss Marvel 18, and the All-Star Comics number 58. I got those all three in a bundle deal, so that's kind of where I got all three of those. But this and then the Miss Marvel 18 were the ones that I was really speculating on. I think this is a great comic issue. With Wolverine is most likely going to come Sabretooth. They have been rivals for so long, and the rivalry is amazing. And I think that Marvel we're going to see them again go up against each other, but in a Marvel setting, which I think could be huge, and I think that could be really, really awesome. So we'll have to see what Marvel chooses to do. But again, they already have a writer, so they're working on X-Men. So I can't wait to see what they come up with. I'm really hoping for a series, but a series done right, because there's so many different Marvel characters in the X-Men, or there's so many different X-Men characters that Marvel could really work on. And I'd love for them to really be able to develop their characters and not just have to smash them all into one movie and then we don't care for, the characters. I would hate that, but we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. Next up, we've got two different comics here, but the same comic book. We've got Avengers Annual number 10, the first appearance of Rogue. Now, with the X-Men coming, I'm heavily speculating on X-Men related comics, and Rogue, I feel like, is a great character to be into. She's a fan favorite, and we have a 7.5 in a newsstand, and I definitely do like the newsstand version, but that one's a little bit of a lower grade, and I was able to trade for this one, but we have a 9.2, but the direct edition. But still, I think these are great comics to own. With the X-Men around the corner, I have a feeling like these issues could have a lot of room to grow, and any X-Men related characters have a lot of room to grow. They're definitely something that I would be speculating on and putting my money into if I were you, and I obviously already have. That's why they're on my wall. Next up, we have my only other DC CGC graded comic, and this is Batman number 181, and this is the first appearance of Poison Ivy. This is a huge issue, and this is a complete copy. Those you really have to watch out for because a lot of them don't have the pinup in the center, so if you're buying a raw copy, you really have to pay attention to that because it can bring the value down a lot. But this obviously is a completed blue label copy, and Poison Ivy, I feel like, is a really good character to own. Batgirl Season 3, I believe, is going to have Poison Ivy. She's already been cast for the role, so I think any kind of trailer that comes out when we see her could hopefully increase the value of this a little bit, but in the long term, I think this is a great comic to own, and I think it's only one that's going to increase in value over time, especially because it's complete, and it's a really cool issue, and it's a decently early Batman, and those Batman key first appearances are just great comics to own and great comics to be into. Next up, this one was recently featured on some of my videos, and it's definitely a hot-selling comic right now. I'm starting to see some of the value come down finally from what it was when the news first came out, that we are getting a Nova project, and this obviously is the first appearance of Nova, Richard Rider. This is Nova number 1, and it's in a 9.6 white pages, so a pretty good comic, and I got this baby at the perfect time. I timed it right. I got it right before really that news really started taking off, and this is a great comic to be into right now. I feel like once we start to see any kind of Nova development or a trailer, this comic has a lot of room to grow. And again, watch the market, because really you could time it right and get a good deal on it. I feel like the market might still be a little bit high, but it's really come down a lot. So just watch out for that market. As soon as they start to go up in value again, I'd probably buy it then, in my opinion, because I think that these are definitely going to climb back up in price, and I know what I want to sell it for, so I'm going to wait for that, or I'm going to trade it and trade up into other comics that I want to have my money invested into. Next up, again, another comic that I featured on a few things and something that I have my money into. We have X-Men number 129, and again, I think these are great comic books to be into. This, of course, is the first appearance of Emma Frost and the first appearance of Kitty Pryde. I could see either of those characters really coming, so I feel like this is a great comic to be into. It's really not that expensive, but I've got a 7.5, and that's with white pages, and it's a newsstand. And then I also have an 8.0, and it's off-white pages to white pages, and that one is in a direct edition. But I feel like they're still both great to own, and I also own a raw copy as well. And I think that this is just a great comic book to be into. And with any news, rumors, or anything, I feel like these have a lot of potential to increase in value because they're already a super popular comic, and they're super popular characters, and it's a popular comic, and people really do like this comic. I'm one of those people, and I feel like this is a great investment. Next up is another comic that I feel like is another great one to be invested in. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 194 in an 8.5. This is the first appearance of Black Cat, and I have a feeling like Black Cat is coming eventually, and we keep hearing rumors that we're going to finally see Black Cat in a movie, and I think that that's finally going to happen, but I would be a little weary of this one because when that does come out and any rumors do happen, I would probably get rid of this book before any movies come out. That's just my opinion though, because Sony tends to do a really bad job with movies, and I have zero faith in Sony whatsoever. I just love that the characters that they're putting out. However, a lot of people tend to not like their movies, and then they tend to dump the comic books after. So we'll see on that one. I'm a little worried about it, but I hope that they can do it right. But they have not done it yet, in my opinion. But I still think that this is a great comic book character. It's a great key appearance. I have two copies. I have this one, and then I also have a raw one. So I'm holding on to both of them until any news comes. But again, I just think that this is a great comic book to be into and a great investment. Next up, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 41, and this is the first appearance of Rhino, and it is graded in a 4.0 white pages. Now remember, comics tend to go for more if it's white pages compared to cream to off-white, things like that. The lower ones aren't as good, but white pages people tend to pay a little bit more for than others. This is a great issue. This is a great early Amazing Spider-Man, which are really awesome to own. This is a great character, a great comic book villain. I love Spider-Man villains. Spider-Man villains are amazing characters, and they've had so many iconic Spider-Man villains, and I still think that this is a great comic to own. I don't know if we'll ever see Rhino. Maybe. That's kind of an offshoot. I don't know if Rhino will ever be done the right way, but this is still a great comic to own and something that I only see increasing in value over time. Next up, one of my favorite low-grade comics that I have, we have Marvel Spotlight number 5, the first appearance of Ghost Rider in a 0.5. Oh my god, that's such a low grade. But any grade is better than no grade? I don't know. So any comic is better than no comic is basically what people say. But I have a feeling like we could see Ghost Rider very soon. I have a feeling like the rumors of him being in Doctor Strange 2 could happen. I would just love to hear any kind of motorcycle like at the end of the movie or post-credit scene. I think that would be really cool. I don't know if it'll happen. We'll see, but it would be pretty awesome for this book and for us because I feel like a lot of people love Ghost Rider, and that's why I bought this book, because it's a really cool cover and a really cool first appearance, and it's a pretty big issue. This comic has seen huge gains in the higher grades, but it's also a black cover, so it's really hard to find those really high grades, and they're really rare to come up. But I think that this is a great issue, and if you want to invest your money and sit on it for a while, this is a great issue to be into, and something that I'm going to hold on to until we see any part of like Ghost Rider and anything. Last but certainly not least, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 20, the first appearance of Scorpion. Now, I've been speculating that we're finally going to see Scorpion in the movies, but unfortunately, we still have not seen him yet. I'm really hopeful that the next Spider-Man movie will see him again, because we've already seen Matt Gargan in prison, but with the Scorpion tattoo on his neck, but we have yet to see him dressed as Scorpion. And I have a feeling like that could come, and I'm just picturing like this suit, but in the MCU, like the MCU version of it, and how cool they do like Iron Man and suits like that. This would be an amazing suit to see. Something that they could really, really build off of and make really an awesome movie villain. So we'll have to see what that holds, and only time will tell. But yeah, this is a great issue, and I feel like all these comics are great issues to be into, especially just holding on to them until we see any form of their characters. Some of them, like the early Amazing Spider-Man, are just really great issues, and they're always increasing in value over time. So anything Amazing Spider-Man, the early ones especially, are just great comics to be into, and something that I would have my money invested into, and obviously I already do. So thank you all so much for watching the video. I really do appreciate all of you. I have not come up with a 1,000 subscriber giveaway yet. I really appreciate all the comments and everything from you guys. I really do appreciate that. I love seeing them. So don't forget, this giveaway I am doing for free. Comment down below what your favorite comic book character is. Like this video, be a subscriber. That's all you have to do, and I will contact you, and I will get your information and send it out to you guys completely for free. So thank you all for watching, and I'm making a hot 10 list very soon here, so I will be posting another video very soon, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.